position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Badgers will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes offense will get the first possession of the game. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-timer baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
The snap sets up the throw. Dances away to buy time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. This crowd full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. He's loose. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will get the ball for the first time. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And really good job getting to the quarterback. That's priority number one, trying to get pressure on him. Get him to the ground is a bonus. They had 6 sacks in their last game. They got to keep building on that.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Badgers line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. He gets a block. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. He'll start this drive going to the air. He'll try to do it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Fires it down the seam. Pulls it in down the sideline. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fat.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Kentucky was able to come away with the win, as they have in Lexington so many times before, but not without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air. It's Coffee. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Oh, and you'd love to have that play back if you're that defender. 3rd down, and you almost pick that off. That's a catch you need to make. If he catches that, that might be pick 6.
Punt is in the air. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. First play of the drive, wants to throw. That one comes out hot down the right side. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
Well, everything was going so well for this team early here in this game, and now all of a sudden they get a critical mistake. And you know how college football, David, is about momentum. What is their defense going to be able to do here now when they take the field?
You're right, man. The momentum swings so fast, and now this defense's job is to go out and stop it, right? Like, we made a mistake, you huddle the guys up, sudden change, be aware they might take a shot down the field, but let's grab the momentum right back.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. He'll keep it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the Badgers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. It's Coffee. Fires complete on the crosser. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. He splits the uprights. Had to settle for the field goal. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Trying to get the corner. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Toss to the left. Oh, better look out. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Fires left. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Buckeyes come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to go to the air on third and short. Touchdown, Ohio State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty and you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead.
28, Wisconsin, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Coffee. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying. the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got rid of it just in time. Another incompletion on third down. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit.
On to punt and away.
He did a great job fighting. Running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Johns. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
He's tackled at the 36.
New set of downs after the completion. This guy is just wearing them out. Another first down, already has a couple of touch. There he goes. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
If you want to test the physicality of a defense, get the toss play going. Get the outside run game working, because those DBs are going to have to find ways to fight off blocks, and you're going to find out.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take it in for 6 more points. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we could go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies, and this guy being... American by season's end.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Guys, roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
To the air on first down. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Buckeyes are threatening on first and goal.
22 water. 22 water.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll run it on first and goal. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Houston went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Cougars always seem to get everyone's best punch, but today they were the ones who delivered the knockout. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Back to throw, it's Coffee. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Right, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Second down, they'll go to the air. This time he's got his man. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Wants to go up top on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do they do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Gets it past the marker. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Inside a half minute to play. Would they dare go for a score here? To the air, it's Coffee. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Leaves it with the back. Sweet cut there. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Camp Randall.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin. Offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possession
gets away from one, finds Rook, continues to fight for yards. At the 20. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Badgers have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. And he's coming out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Here's the handoff. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Johns. Still running at the 40. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. Turning, just steamrolling the defense. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Power football with the run. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in this one in the MAC that just finished up. Northern Illinois came away with the victory today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Husky Stadium had to sweat things out for much of the day. Could have been better, but certainly could have been worse. Guys, I look at the preseason coaches poll and compare it to where the MAC is right now, and man, what a difference.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Line gets set, first down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Running into the open space. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Going right to work up top. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage.
Lofts one high and deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the catch. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Badgers decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Secures it at the 30. Slips through the line. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now in the same approach.
2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grab near the sticks. It's Johns. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the grab on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Badgers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. Here's the return. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's loose on the right. The 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Motion from the wideout. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Badgers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got it along the sideline. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Badgers getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rush is on him. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Fires on the move. Got his man downfield. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on 1st down from the 30. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. They've gotten this drive going, a couple of 1st downs already. It's 1st and 10 from the... Looking deep down the right side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Makes the grab. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say...
Converts on 4th down. Still going. Breaks into the open. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Ohio State 84, Wisconsin 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Nothing like stomping the guy in the teeth when you got him down. They'll try to tack on 3 more. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if